What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy T.
Hey, it's your man B.
And you on the ride up.
Chill.
That's more like it. That's more like it. Wake
Yeah,
your ass up, white boy.
we in the boat. We in the building.
In the building. Hey
Yeah,
man,
episode 19.
19.
We on the ride up.
Yeah, man.
Man.
Rough start to this week, yo.
Yeah, like you. It's been a. I had a. I got. Not last week it was good. This week is back to work, so it's kind of like trying to get the schedule right. But you working men trying to get put money on the table.
You
And
lost some great ones though, B.
yeah, yeah. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Oh, rest in peace, John Thompson. Rest in peace, Big John.
Big John.
Um, rest in peace, Lou Olson. Um, dang,
Cliff
I'm
Robinson.
missing Cliff Robinson. Rest in peace to the original headband.
Wait, Luke Olsen on the list too?
Yeah,
Dang, I ain't even hear Luke. Rest in
University
peace.
of Arizona coach. I know. Gilbert was
Yeah,
a
his boy, his Wildcats beat my Wildcats in the finals back in like '97, man.
Miles Simon.
Yeah, the Miles Simon, Mike Bibby,
Yeah,
Wildcats beat my Kentucky Wildcats, man.
yep, yep, man, legend. Big John is a legend, local legend, and just like a basketball legend. Period. College basketball legend. Put like a rack of black men in school and graduated them. Didn't know they didn't. Nobody knew that Georgetown didn't have but like the 12 black people on his basketball squad in school. But I didn't know. I didn't know that until he had until Allen Iverson was in it. That was he was teenagers at that point. So
Yeah,
man, shout out to John Thompson and the Thompson family. Prayers and thoughts. And then yeah, man, Chadwick, man, Black Panther, man.
man. It's so Chad. It's funny that nothing funny about it. It's just it's turn of phrase when one of my cousins was like, man, her son was like devastated because it's like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
this is their hero. Like
Mm-hmm.
we as adults, we're happy to see representation, but it means something different because we've been so conditioned to, you know, white superheroes that we don't even think about a black superhero like that. And it's like, yo, this was like they expired. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he sparked some Black Panther sparked something in the black youth. And it's like, man, this guy is gone. And you have people saying, oh, they can't recast him. They shouldn't recast him.
Oh, I didn't
Which
know we were gonna get into that.
oh, they you should recast him. I'm like, and it's like some people were doing the cop out, like, well, his sister was supposed to be taking over as Black Panther anyway. Like, I don't give a damn whether or not that's the storyline. Not like, listen, I love Chadwick Boseman. I was a Chadwick Boseman before Black Panther because I thought he killed the James Brown role, and yeah, and he killed the Jackie Robinson role. But I
Mm-hmm.
I was rocking with him because he played Thurgood Marshall, and that's my guy. Like I'm a big Thurgood Marshall fan. Like I love the story of Thurgood Marshall, and he actually played the only movie that I've seen Thurgood Marshall
Oh
be
yeah, that's
the
that
feature.
is the only movie. It's crazy that that's the only movie over 70 years of the first Black Supreme Court justice.
Crazy, right? Crazy, and and arguably the best one.
Right, right.
But
But shout out to Chad. I've kind of softly touched on the subject on Twitter because I didn't want to disrespect Chadwick's memory or whatever. And it's early in that regard. Still,
you mean as far as
but
him being replaced?
yeah, as far as a recast or there those are two options. So like it's as far as Black Panther, if we're just going to talk about Black Panther, we're talking about recasting or letting Shuri take over the role, which there is precedence for. Like it's in the comics, but T'Challa never really dies, so it's kind of like he needs to be recast. Like T'Challa needs to be recast, whether you have Shuri as Black Panther or not. And I'm sure that's a plan that she gets the suit at some point. But I don't think there was enough in that first movie for anybody to really connect to that. So I mean, and if somebody was like that, they did 3 movies with T'Challa, and then Shuri turned it, got the Black Panther suit.
He's in 4 movies, B.
He's in 1 solo movie. He's in one
solo, but he's in 4.
He's in 5 minutes of Endgame. He's in a couple minutes of John Civil War. He's important, but that was his intro. So was Spider-Man. Like, so it's like kind of like, nah, you need. It's to me, that's disrespectful for the only Black solo hero at this point. To only get 1 movie.
Yeah.
So I'm in favor of recasting. I understand that it's just early to put out names. I have 1 name in my head, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. But yeah, man, it's a damn shame.
I read one place where some guy apparently wrote this letter to the MCU saying that they do not do a recast, that they find some way to have Killmonger not be dead and him take over as
I didn't see
Black
that
Panther, but as the good guy.
Yeah, no, I'm not with that. Killmonger is one of Black Panther's biggest villains in the comics, and it doesn't really switch. There's nothing. He's way more of a bad guy in the comics, so it's kind of hard. It's different in the movie, but nah, I'm not with that either. What I was about to say, I think it's like dang, if Tom Holland passed away, like tragically, like, you know what I mean, what we'd be talking about, don't recast him. If you know what I mean, there's been 3 Spider-Mans. There's been
hell, I mean, Heath Ledger passed away as arguably the best Joker, and he got recast.
Yeah, 3 years later.
Twice.
So, yeah. I mean,
it's been 2 Jokers since Heath Ledger was the Joker.
It's a character. I understand the importance of what happened with Black Panther 1, to the kids, to everybody. Like, it was a pivotal moment. But as far as representation is concerned, but nah, it's very imbalanced to recast them. I'm gonna just let it go off right now. I might tweet it later, like a while now, because people be on some sensitive. But I want Idris, Damson Idris, homie from Snowfall. I think if he can get an African accent, I think he'd be A1.
He can get an American accent.
Yeah, exactly. He's British and he can do American accent. So I think, if he can get an African accent down, he'd be a little younger looking, but he's still 30. So, but Chadwick was 38. He looked like he was 34.
Yo, this guy he had cancer for 4 years.
Right. That's crazy.
And that tells you something about Hollywood. When somebody can, like, he had to been going through like physical changes before the mass public started seeing pictures like, yo, I'm concerned about him. Yeah, like, there was some people who cracked jokes, but I think the overwhelming was like,
it was like
the overwhelming majority was like, yo, my man looks sick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He looked sick.
I remember us talking about it, and it was like, yo, I hope he's not sick. I hope he's good.
And the same thing that kept coming to mind when I saw him. I'm not 100. I have to go back and check the previous podcast when we talked about it. But I'm 100. I'm like 82.7% sure that I mentioned, like, yo, that's how Charlie Murphy was looking.
Mm-hmm.
I remember saying that, and the whole time I keep thinking, like, yo, Charlie Murphy. And sure enough, like Charlie Murphy did the same thing where he kept his illness under wraps. I
Right.
think he told a little more, like as far as outside of his like tightest circle, but they kept nope, like it was one of those, yo, don't say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't find out till he was gone that he had cancer.
Right.
So that's what I think about. So I connect them to in my mind, like, y'all, I watched those guys go through it, you know? So I'm thinking like, yo, the fact that he was able to go through chemotherapy and not lose his hair.
Right. Right.
So I can imagine it was probably like, yo, I need whatever, because I got to keep this train rolling. You know what I'm saying? He maybe did it because he felt like he had a legacy as far as getting his family to a certain level. Like there's so many different motivations beside yourself that will probably propel a man to, you know, further risk, you know, his health to keep the show rolling.
I hope him playing all those roles didn't affect the treatment plans. You just brought that up in my mind. Like I hope that did.
When I heard Spike Lee talk about the Five Bloods, it sounded like that wasn't like the normal, I'm saying, setting for a movie. So there has to be like, and then you talk about Black Panther, it wasn't like it was a dramatic role. That's an action movie.
Right.
Like he does act like a lot of this, like that's action. I think not Thurgood, but Five Bloods, he didn't have a lot of action, but it was supposed to be like war. So they had to get like different weather, you know. So a regular person, cold weather, hot weather can affect you. A person with cancer, they could be going through hell dealing with that. And for him to not let on,
right.
He a better actor than he was getting credit for in the first place.
Right. And everybody was there with him. Man, that is an interesting point that you brought up just now. And I don't really want to think about it too hard because I get the split. Like once you get that I'm sure once you get that diagnosis, it's like, do you go hard? I got all this stuff on the table. I'm finally getting something on the table that can stamp me. You know what I mean? As far as generational wealth and such and so on. And because he was just before that, he was about to just retire from trying to act and just, do plays and stuff, which is, respectable. You know what I mean? A respectable, career. But he got his first role.
That's legit. You say that?
Yeah. Yeah. He was just gonna stop, auditioning and stuff, and he's just gonna do play. He's gonna be a play director, a stage director, and he got Jackie Robinson, and it repelled him into everything else, and it's like that was right before, So it's oh man, yeah man, that just threw me when we was on vacation, but it threw me, man, when I heard the news, bro. That fucked me up a little bit. But man, thoughts and prayers to them. And yeah, man, it robbed us of a great talent. Black, great black actor. One of the few that rise and just stay there.
Another sad thing that's actually happening. It's like the fact that somebody decided to start thinking about who's going to take over the role. Like this man, he's not even gone a week. We already talking about replacing him. Like, yo, we're not. There's no Avengers movie coming out no time soon.
Oh yeah, no, they everything's getting get pushed back. Plus the pandemic.
I don't see how it will. Like that would involve him though, because this movie was scheduled to come out 22.
2022.
Start shooting next year.
Yeah, certain in March. Yeah.
So only thing they're doing now is they're gonna have to maybe, if they're going to recast them. But if it's gonna be about, if they shift it to being more about his sister, then
he's not that much. Ryan Coogler had a whole script already, so it's kind of hard. Because even if with a new actor, you probably want to change. You might want to change the script. You know what I mean? So
Maybe so.
They might have to script. They might have to scrap the movie that they planned. They might move some things around. It's going to be Kevin Feige's one of his biggest challenges, and he's had a lot of challenges getting the MCU off the ground. So
It'll probably, what's actually going to be tough or tougher is filming around memories.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll probably be her, because I don't think they've lost anybody that's been in the MCU yet.
I mean, not anybody. They did recast the Hulk, but I mean,
other than Chad. Well, they recast the Hulk, so you don't have any flashbacks to Ed Norton as the Hulk. You don't have any flashbacks to Terrence Howard as War Machine.
Right.
But other than that, like, flashback scenes haven't really been an issue. So I guess they'll just won't flashback to, you know what I'm saying, when it was when Chad was there. But maybe they do just because it was Chad. I don't know. I don't know how they'll go about it.
I want to see how they do it. And still, I hope they just respect the memory.
Yeah.
And but I don't see it being a problem recasting. Hopefully they frame it in a way where people rally behind the new actor and not resent the new actor.
Yeah. I mean, I think as long as you put a good movie, as long as you put a good product out there, people really don't resent the actor that much. I mean, I didn't see anybody did Jared Leto get resented because of Heath?
Nah, they just didn't like a lot of people.
It was the vehicle that they had a problem with, not the actor.
Right.
Speaking of which, have you seen the teaser for Suicide Squad 2?
I seen the teaser for Suicide Squad 2. It looked good, and I saw the trailer for. We didn't speak about the trailer for the Batman.
Oh yes, we did. We talked about it last week.
Oh man, my brain's.
It's okay. They forgot because we were talking about the duct tape.
Yeah, we did. Okay. All right. Sped up. All right. And now, I did. It looks good. It looks better than
They got Harley in her black and her red and black, man.
Yeah, no, it looks good, bro. I hope it does way better than the first one.
I believe it was you that was. When is it you that said you were skeptical?
Yeah.
Before watching it, the trailer.
I didn't know. I didn't know how, because there's a couple of the same actors, there's a couple of different actors, and Will Smith's not back in it. And is it a reboot? Is it a sequel? Because they keep saying it's not a sequel, it's not a reboot, it's something. I don't know what it is. So it's like, I don't know how they're gonna do it. But I trust James Gunn because he's
Are you looking forward to Will Smith?
No, not really. I mean, okay. I mean, if he was in it, cool. If he wasn't, wasn't his best job.
Man, so Will Smith and Kevin. Whew.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that
too. Yeah.
Two of my favorite actors, man.
He should do a Hancock too.
I'm down for that. Hancock is so underrated.
Yeah, it's very underrated. You should do a Hancock too. This is the environment to do it in. And just if you take it straight to Netflix, I think that would work too, or Amazon. It doesn't have to be in the theaters, but I mean, of course it should. I mean, of course it could be, absolutely. But yeah,
man,
Hancock 2 would be a dope thing to drop out here in the next couple of years.
They did somebody posted a. I love how this is social media driven. Somebody posted a Will Smith versus Denzel Washington versus battle.
Is it about hits or is it about performance at that point?
I mean, when it comes to movies, if the performance is trash, then the movie is trash.
I mean, I'm not saying Will Smith is trash performance-wise, but I just think he's like real one-note performance-wise a lot of times. Like, he's Will Smith all the time. And I know Denzel's gotten in that pocket too. But
I I've only seen one Will Smith movie where I was like, nah.
I didn't say nah. I never say
No,
nah. Will Smith what
After
movie?
Earth.
Oh, I think I watched like first 10 minutes of that and was like, nah.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, I told you before, I am a Jaden Smith fan.
Yeah, I mean,
I have Icon. I am just an icon. I ain't just an icon living. That's my guy. Karate Kid,
yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness, After Earth. Of course I watched it. But I don't blame Will for the acting. I blame the script. Like it was just not the movie just wasn't a badly shot movie. It was just the script was trash.
Yeah, it was just him in the chip, and then him like having to tell his son and students. I don't know, man.
But Jada's character, that dude was dope. The flying and shit. That man, listen, the glide joint, the little wing joint, man, that joint was dope, man. It was dope.
It wasn't terrible. I wasn't interested. I was watching it, but I didn't really interest me. It wasn't Jaden's fault or Will Smith's fault. I don't know.
It's one of those movies where it's like if it wasn't a box office movie, it would have been more tolerant. Sort of like how what's the Will Smith movie? It slips my mind right now. The one that's that was straight Netflix original movie.
Right. Are you talking about Bright or are you talking about Gemini Man?
No, Bright.
Okay.
Gemini Man is a theater release.
Yeah, for a little bit. It didn't. I think it actually simultaneously when it came out.
What, Gemini Man?
Yeah, I want to say.
I think Gemini Man was a theatrical.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but it's somewhere now. I know it went to video really fast.
Oh, I think it came out around the time when the pandemic hit, so it threw off the box office. I have to check on that one to give you a good answer. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because it dropped into one of these streaming platforms really fast. But regardless, that's interesting. Like to do a movie versus, but like clips of performances. That'd be funny.
Oh no, that joint came out. It came out 2019. I'm on IMDb. That joint got a 5.7 out of 10. Yikes!
I still haven't watched it yet, so I did want to see it. Kind of. I think my brother said it was good. Big bro said
it was alright. I mean, it wasn't terrible.
Right.
But again, I'm a Will Smith fan, so it's like you can tell me Denzel Washington playing the same character in every movie, and I'm not gonna care because I like Denzel Washington's character. You can't tell me, Will Ferrell's playing. Oh, he's playing Will Ferrell, and I like Will Ferrell movies, so it don't mean anything when you say that. Like, what is that? That's not a deterrent.
I don't think that's it doesn't necessarily have to be a slight, especially if it's the right movie. I think sometimes it gets bland. Like Will Ferrell's run has come to an end. Like the Sherlock Holmes wasn't great. You know what I mean? It definitely wasn't Step Brothers. So it's kind of hard to, to say that act doesn't wear thin. But it's like Will Smith. I don't think that was Will Smith's problem. I think Will Smith picked some bad movies and thought because he was Will Smith he could,
make it happen.
Overcome something. But I agree with you. It doesn't necessarily being Will Smith or being Denzel, because Denzel, they say that about Denzel, especially since probably like after Training Day, that he's
who had a better catalog, B?
Denzel.
You think so?
Yeah.
If you had to choose you had to only have one catalog to watch for the rest of your life, you going with Denzel?
Yeah, because Devil in a Blue Dress.
For one movie?
Yeah, just because if I couldn't watch that, I wouldn't want. I mean, what am I watching over and over again? Independence Day.
This is the thing for me. I feel like
okay,
Denzel brings more versatility from his catalog than Denzel does.
Right. Okay.
Like you have like comedies, you have action. Like, I don't like. I love Denzel Washington. Don't give me. And I'm not saying that I think Will Smith is a better actor than Denzel. I think Denzel's a better actor. But Will Smith has number one. He has Men in Black 1 and 2. And that's not even to say Men in Black 3 isn't a good movie, but 1 and 2 were, you know what I'm saying, my movies. You know, Bad Boys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me 2 more of them motherfuckers.
Two,
you know what I'm saying?
I watched 4. I thought 4 was kind of how they set the villain up was kind of stupid, but whatever.
Bad Boys for Life, you mean? Part 3?
Yeah, Bad Boys for Life, yeah. Part 3, whatever it's called.
Yeah. He just, man, number one, I'm not getting, you know how I am. Don't give me 2 black
exactly.
creators to choose from. Put somebody that don't look like me, they can still be good, and let me choose between them. Stop. I don't like it when people making me choose between, who's the funniest? You got to give one of them in all their work. Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and Chris Rock. I ain't getting rid of none of them. Get rid of the white line between all 4 of them to separate them. I ain't put Billy Crystal in the list, and then I'll get rid of Billy Crystal. I'm not getting rid of my black folk. They all bring something unique that got me through something, got me through a day, made me laugh, made me, you know what I'm saying, feel some way or think. You know, I'm not getting rid of none of them motherfuckers.
Right.
So, but but I think people will just knee-jerk reaction go off of knowing, okay, Denzel is probably more proclaimed a better actor between the two. But Will has some movies, bro. Enemy of the I love Enemy of the State. Party Set, Independence Day. I think Hitch is one. Like, I think Hitch is like one of the great. Like, it's one of the classically great rom-coms. Denzel don't have no rom-coms under his belt, so that's a genre he missing out on.
No, Boomerang's fine.
Will Smith got better sci-fi movies. What sci-fi movies Denzel have?
Yeah, he's never been in a sci-fi movie.
The closest you can count. I mean, it's not even sci-fi. Like Book of Eli, but that's not sci-fi.
It's a post-apocalyptic. That's
you know what I'm saying. Genre. So you could compare that. There's post-apocalyptic. You can compare it to I Am Legend or something like that. But like, man, it's just, I don't know. Either way, I'm not picking between them. But man, it'd be tough.
That'd interesting. That Denzel has never been in a science fiction movie. That's wild.
Denzel?
Yeah.
He never wanted to do one of the movies.
Yeah, I'm sure he had. He's not interested. I can't believe nobody's even asked him. That would be impossible. So
he probably you never know. He might. I can see Denzel like eventually playing like the elder statesman of like some astronautic team going into space or something like that.
Yeah,
I can see him doing something like that.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's got a lot of movies left to do. You know what I mean? So this is his last act or his third act or whatever. He's got some movies that he can move into that Sidney Poitier type role for his last 20, 30 films.
I think he got more than that in him, but I'm saying we can only.
However you want to do it. He seems like he's like taking his time wherever we want to do it.
Oh man, I don't mean to cut you off, but man, fucking man.
What's that?
I got to see this fucking New Mutants movie, boy.
Oh, okay.
And I asked you if you seen it and you hadn't seen it yet, but boy. I watched this movie and man, I see why that motherfucker got pushed back 50 times.
Oh, it's that bad.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Bro, it's like it felt like nothing but character development and then the end of the movie. Put it like this. When I was watching the movie, I looked at how much time was left in the movie, and they hadn't even gotten to a villain yet.
I heard it was 90 minutes. Yeah.
They hadn't even got to a villain yet, and I was over an hour into the movie. I stopped watching it.
Yeah, I saw a spoiler. I saw a spoiler review of it, and
Talking about the open, they released the opening scene. You talking about the opening scene
no,
with a little
I just watched I watched a YouTube review of it because I'm interested. I'll still probably watch it, but it's only like I heard it was only an hour and a half, and then I heard how they treated the villain of the movie, and I was kind of like, well, I'll get it when I get it. You know,
what villain?
Yeah, right. From what I heard, it was. I guess we can spoil it here. It's supposed to be like a figment of her one of the characters, Danny Moonstar's imagination, which in the comic books that they adapted for this movie, that is not the case. He's his own entity. It's his own. The Demon Bear is his own. He's like the psychic villain. So it's kind of like it kind of like throws water on that whole thing. So well, it's disappointing. It's supposed to be the X-Men in a horror movie. It's supposed to be like,
the good thing is this is the last installment of that X-Men series.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with the X-Men at all. There's no connection.
Right.
None.
Good. I didn't think it was, but because I didn't think
to the point where I believe Cannonball was in Days of Future Past.
Was it
Cannon?
No, Sunspot was Sunspot.
Sunspot was in and that's not even connected to this movie.
Right. It was a different actor anyway. So yeah. I don't know. Fox. I'm glad Fox doesn't have X-Men no more. That's all I can say.
And it's like, it's like they did. I think Fox did fairly well taking advantage of Sophie Turner's popularity from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
She's Jean Grey. That's a popular character in the Marvel universe. You know what I'm saying? Great way to take her being from Sansa Boom.
Mm-hmm.
You wasting Macy Williams, yo? Don't waste Macy. We let that, you don't waste her, yo.
Right.
Oh man, it's a waste.
It's fun. It's wild because this movie was 3 years. And they put this been in the can for 3 years.
They should have just released that movie when they first said they was going to do it and get it out the way, bro.
Yeah, they should have.
All the money you make reshoot.
No, they didn't reshoot. That's the crazy thing about it. They didn't reshoot it. They were going to reshoot 75% of that movie. They were going to basically redo the movie. But then
I thought they did.
No, they the merger happened, the takeover, buyout, whatever you want to call it, happened, was in process. So they said everything stalled out. So they just canned it. And when Marvel got it, Kevin Feige got it, he said, no, I don't want to redo it. And I guess they were just going to drop it just to get whatever money they could recoup off of it. But yeah, I thought it was going to be, once they said they didn't want to drop, they were going to just drop it and not do reshoots. I thought, okay, so Disney liked it, and it probably is going to be a good movie. But from all accounts, it's either a mediocre to a bad movie. So.
And it wasn't even a horror movie. So they try to promote it as a horror movie.
Right.
No.
Right.
No. Not even close to a horror movie. I think it's the action-wise, it's a great departure from what you're used to when you hear Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
But horror, hell no.
So the review I caught of it was it was kind of like a CW show.
Like I said,
yeah,
it was nothing but character development.
Right.
You you figuring out, okay, there's no real villain, there's no real opposition, and that don't even roll out to don't get me wrong. And here's the thing, because if you listen to this, Motherfucker, it's a spoiler. Get the fuck over it. Get over it. I will say this: if you're going to watch it, there's some enjoyment you can find in watching the movie, just because you may like dialogue and da 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 da. But it's no, not a good movie. Not a good movie. And I go to bat for. Listen, I go to bat for X-Men movies. I like a lot of the X-Men movies. I was never one of the people who shit on a lot of the X-Men movies. I liked Wolverine Origins movie. Outside of what they did to my man Deadpool in that movie. I hated what they did to Deadpool in that movie. Because that was a trash way to do Deadpool. Because he wasn't even Deadpool. He was like that Weapon X that was weird. That was weird. And I thought, even though I'm a big Liev Schreiber fan, I thought it was weird to cast him as Sabretooth because he's smaller than Hugh Jackman, but Sabretooth is fucking huge compared to Wolverine. Now, they at least did make him still. Go ahead.
No, the problem is Hugh Jackman is 6'3", so and Wolverine's supposed to be like 5'3" in the comic book, so it's kind of like
CGI. Goddamn it! Fuck that! I mean, shit. CGI that for something.
Sure.
How tall is fucking how tall is Josh Brolin? How tall is Thanos?
Yeah, they could have CGI'd it. It probably wouldn't. It would probably wouldn't help. It didn't help. It didn't hold up past the opening night. So, I guess that didn't matter either way.
I liked Wolverine Origins. Goddamn it, I liked it.
Yikes! I like Wolverine 2.
That was dope too.
Yeah, I really like that.
And Logan was dope.
Yeah, Logan's good. Really good.
Shit. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is gonna be a hard recast.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have picked Anthony Starr. I still probably would. But he's doing
to take over for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that Liev Schreiber look to him too. They all look like they could be that guy.
Yeah. So, but
even though he looks different as hell as
he's in the boys right now. Yeah, but he can play that psychotic line really good, and you need that for Wolverine, and he and that violence, that violence you need. But dang, I feel bad for the New Mutants. I was thinking while I was trying to figure out why Disney was gonna still drop the movie, and maybe that's because they were gonna try to do some type of multiverse thing, but maybe not. Maybe they'll just try to recast all those characters.
Abort ship. I'm waiting on the next good movie to come out, man. Right now, what you streaming right now, Brian?
I just finished. We just finished Greenleaf, the last season.
Okay. What's Greenleaf about?
Greenleaf is about a pastor's family, a bishop, like a mega church in Tennessee, in Memphis. It was it's cool. It has homeboy that does a lot of voiceovers. He did the voice for the villain in Princess and the Frog. I don't want to disrespect because he's a legend. I don't want to disrespect my man, so I'm going to get his name. But it's about him. It's got let me just get the cast names so I don't disrespect any of these people. It's not about them. It's about their daughter for real. You talking
about Keith David?
Yes. Yeah. Lynn Whitfield, Keith David. That was those are the two big names. They got Lamar Rucker. You've seen a couple of these people. I think the biggest like breakout of that the show is probably like the young girl that's Lamar Rucker's daughter. She's been in something else called Sailor and something, but it's cool. It's something to watch with your girl or whatever, and it works. What else? I saw Nobody's Fool, which I did not know was a Tyler Perry production, but it was a little over the top, but it's supposed to be a comedy. So, Tiffany Haddish is playing a really caricature of they're trying to get a drastic contrast between Tika Sumpter's character and Tiffany Haddish's.
Yeah.
I don't know if it worked too much, even though Tika was really nice, really, she was good in it. But what else am I? We talked about Project Power the other day. We talked about
I'm watching Cobra Kai.
I've seen it. I know it was a YouTube original. I didn't see. I saw that was being
I didn't
produced.
watch it on YouTube. I always wanted to, and I always planned to get around to it, but I never did.
Awesome.
And one of the guys that I played Call of Duty with was like, he posted a clip, like a terrible fight scene, and I was like, bro, I planned on watching this until I saw you post that clip. That clip looks like I need to go in laughing, so I won't have a high bar for a spinoff,
right,
or continuation from a childhood classic movie. Like, yo, the Karate Kid 1, 2, and then the third one was like still. I like the third one too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yo, I want to see how they continue the story. And I will say this, as far as concept wise, you will enjoy watching the movie. I mean, the TV show. It's the acting is solid, so it's not like bad acting.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I was referring to was like the fight scenes, and I haven't even gotten to this part yet, so I don't even know where it is. This might be season 2 that he might have been posting, but I thought it was a really bad fight scene. But as far as storyline and everything, like how it's perfect. Like, they've done a great job of taking a good guy, bad guy, straight up and down movie to everybody's not so good and everybody's not so bad.
Right.
And that's perfect for TV shows.
Right.
And man, it's a really good show. I think I'm really glad that these guys took care of themselves enough to be able to be leading roles again, because a lot of our actors when we were kids, they don't look like they can hold up anymore. Like, a lot of them, I ain't gonna say a lot, but we had a few of them that got into drugs. They didn't take care of their body. They weren't still practicing their craft. But I can't remember I never knew the guy's name who played Lawrence's character, but Daniel's son, you know what I'm saying? Ralph Macchio, he's pretty much always been like, he's always stayed fairly the same looking, because he's always been referenced as the Karate Kid. So even when he wasn't acting like regular roles, he was acting as Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But no, it's a good show. I think it's definitely, I'm glad they made it a TV show and not a movie. I'll say that much.
Yeah, I've seen little clips, but I haven't really watched it. I did start the show that you talked about, High Score, little docuseries, and then I did see I watched the first part of I guess it's a 3-part series of the Transformers War for Cybertron, and we didn't talk about it last time I was here on last episode, but I liked it. It holds fairly.
I think that was on my radar and I forgot about it. Where is this at?
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
I'm gonna lock it
in. It looks like it's gonna be 3 parts. And it's like the first part's like 6, 7 episodes, might be 8. But it's like
it's animated? It's animated, right?
Yeah, animated, like 3D type animation. And it's
Maybe
telling
I won't watch it.
It's telling the story.
I hate it when Transformers went 3D back in the like 90s.
It's not that. No, it's not Beast Wars like that. It's not that.
Okay.
It's kind of flat, but I can't really. It's not 3D. I mean, just say that it's not like CGI.
So it's 2D.
Yeah.
2.5D.
2.5. I would call it pause. Yeah. That's what I'll call it. And it's just trying to kind of fleshes out that there's no like. It fleshes out the character. There's like character development. Like if you remember, like you go back and watch the original program, you don't. They're either like Optimus Prime's this great, you know what I mean, the good guy, and Megatron's this bad guy. But it kind of like gives both of those characters like this 3-dimensional, personality.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
like
good.
what I was talking about with Cobra Kai, where they changed
Yeah,
it up, where it's like it's not just straight up and down, good guy, bad guy.
right. It's a little different. So it's good. It's good. And they had a couple characters. They had a couple female Autobots, and
You know what I think these classics are starting to bite from? You know what I give credit to?
what was that?
WWE.
Why is that?
Because WWE was the prototypical good guy, aka babyface, and the heel.
Okay.
But the ones they know that we love the most was the ones who always told the line. So one day they good, one day they bad. It all depends on your perspective. Perspective as to whether or not they're good or not. And those were our favorite characters. Like The Rock was never just good or just bad. He told the line.
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold the same way. Anybody can get stunned.
Right.
Undertaker, anybody can get Tombstone Power Drive.
Right.
And it's like, what we need to still that, because a lot of people still WWE. We number one, they got the best video packages of all time. Don't nobody do a video package like WWE.
I always say that it's between the WWE and HBO 24/7. They got the best cinematographers, best direction. Yeah. They like go neck and neck. Those two production companies. And WWE that they got to do that every week. they got to come back and do that every week. So yeah, still to this day. To this day. Oh man, what else? What else?
So you shot me a message earlier today, or was it? No, was it earlier today? Was yesterday? You shot me a message about the NFL taking over.
Yeah.
The investigation for the Washington football team's shenanigans.
Yeah. So the last couple of weeks, last month or so, the Washington Post has dropped 2 articles. One with 15 women that were filing a sexual harassment suit, and then they said there was others, but they were being held to a non-disclosure agreement. And now they just dropped another article with another 22 women, and then they also had a couple of stories where they a couple of the cinematographers or video guys were talking about they were directed to clip together, some, not X-rated, I guess super R-rated, like clips of the cheerleaders in these from the photo shoots that they do in Brazil or wherever every year. And they were told it was for Daniel Snyder. They don't, and that's hearsay, of course, but Larry Michaels been implicated in that, and he's denied it. But he's also retired prematurely, due to the allegations. So that were set to drop a month ago now. And now ESPN was going to have 4 of the I guess you call them victims, the 4 of the accusers, and they were supposed, from what I got from the little preview of just the word preview, I haven't seen any interviews, it was that someone was going to implicate Dan Snyder. So, and then one of the stories did implicate Dan Snyder in the second story of from the Washington Post. So, man, it's kind of getting it's kind of getting crazy, because they was already going to investigate. They already had hired a lawyer. The team did, the organization did, but this weekend, the league announced that it was having that same team of investigators answer directly to the league office. So, man, we'll see, man. And this all comes with the minority owners trying to sell. They were trying to force Dan to sell They were kicked off the board of directors, off the team. There's rumors that nobody, that like the league, the owners of the league and the league offices is not really happy with Dan and how the Redskins have, fumbled a three at the time, a 3.5, now a 5.5 million, a $5 billion organization, and how it could, be at the FedEx Field could be empty the last couple of years. So it's looking really bad for our guy Dan. And
you know what? That goes back to what I said earlier, like maybe like a month or two ago when we were talking about basketball. Or no, I might have been talking about football when I said this about evaluations. It's like, yo, just because you have a team don't mean you should be able to have a team forever.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you aren't meeting a certain quota anywhere else in life, your place is in jeopardy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay.
It's crazy. It's crazy that it's crazy that there's no recourse for a bad product.
You could just suck. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, but the Bengals did it. There's precedence for it.
Like, how long can you be mediocre?
It's crazy.
Like, how long were the Redskins just mediocre? For like 10 years straight, they was like 10-6, 8-8, 9-7. You know what I'm saying? 7-9, 6-10. Like, they never was consecutively 13-3, 13-3. Hell, they weren't. They were barely consecutive 2-4. They didn't suck right and they didn't win right. Like, they don't even know how to suck right.
Right. I agree. Yeah, and the league is right. The league is set up for you to get good for at least a little period of time, 3-4 years, and then fall back into the medium. So yeah, man, Dan Snyder's been a poor owner, and now he's
when you don't have a good coach, when you don't have a good coach and you don't have a franchise quarterback, it's hard to overcome the death of a premier player on your team, especially when they were drafted in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to overcome being penalized $36 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to overcome those.
It's hard to have a quarterback that you traded 4 picks for fall off or whatever happened.
Get hurt.
However it happened. It's hard to recover from that.
You don't have a franchise quarterback and a coach.
Yeah, it's devastating.
They had a shot. Had they followed what Shanahan wanted, let Shanahan and Cal coach up Kurt, they could have had a chance to salvage something. But
I don't know, man. They didn't care about defense, and they were just going to let Jim Haslett do whatever he wanted. And they didn't even draft defense, any defensive players worth a damn. So I'm not even sure that.
I wonder why. If you trading 50 picks for a quarterback, you tell me you don't care about defense anyway, because I could have used some of those picks to draft to fortify the defense.
That's also true. It's also true. But, there's a lot of positive. My theory is this. Why is it that it's the Washington Post that's dropping this story, right? Who owns the Washington Post now? Mr. Bezos, owner of Amazon. The owner of Amazon is worth $202 billion at this point.
I think Brian's on to something.
There's no my man. Shout out to my man Jared. He's gonna have to step out the shadows one day and get on this podcast. But owner of Amazon.
What you getting at, Brian?
That there's a prospective owner that's willing to pay $5 to $6 billion, and they're trying, and the minority owners are all with it, but the one guy they got to move is getting just they're in the process of getting moved.
Heavy. So are you suggesting that Bezos, the now owner of Washington Post, is front and center pushing out these damning stories about the Washington football team in efforts to get rid of the majority owner, therefore allowing him the opportunity to come in and successfully bid for ownership of the team? Is that what you suggesting? If so, that's some interesting PI work you got going on there. To be honest with you, bro, I don't know if I care who takes over when Dan goes. As long as Dan, well, I don't want a crappy owner, but I mean, how worse can you get from Dan based on everything that we see is happening? Everything in the news from, bad hires. Like Dan Snyder, I still say, it's one of the worst, most boneheaded things ever. Who hires a position coach before you hire the head coach? When he hired Jim Zorn as a OC before hiring a head coach, it's like you were asking for it. He really got put in a situation where he had no choice but to make him the head coach. Jim Zorn was crazy for accepting it. I'd have been like, nah, I'm good. Go ahead and find your head coach, and I'll stay the OC. I'm good. Thank you very much. Y'all know what I love. Y'all know I love verses. Y'all know I love my R&B. So I was excited. I was excited when I found out that we were getting a Monica versus Brandy battle. You knew I was excited about it. And man, oh man, not only did it go down, it went down in the most epic way possible. Those girls, those women, those queens did at one point they were at 1.2 mil.
That was crazy. Yeah.
And it stayed 1.2 mil for the duration of the battle.
Mm-hmm.
So I can imagine that means for them to hold at 1.2, the actual number for how many people looked at that battle at any given time had to be like 1.3, 1.4. That is crazy. And I think both they people got to realize, like, damn, I stepped on her catalog, or damn, I stepped on her catalog. And it's sad that everybody tries to read between the lines and say, oh, well, she was like, listen, what you saw on Monday was just their personalities. And I think some people reading too far into, oh, she was just throwing her shade, or no, that's just how those girls are. Regardless of who they're dealing, like who they're around, that's just who they are. So because that they had history, you may assume that was about them, but those girls are friends. You hear them talking, they have like friendship together. They're not Erica and Jill friends, but they're not, you know what I'm saying, Hatfield and McCoy rivalries the way people, you know what I'm saying, wanted to be. Now, yeah, they had their history where one person had to put hands on the other person, but I mean, I've heard several stories about Brandy and the industry and people like having problems with Brandy. Because I don't think it was necessarily Brandy's fault per se. I think it was the way she was treated with like oh no, you can't go against Brandy. Like he was meal tickets or something. Like I know that at one point, before I even heard about the Monica versus Brandy situation, I knew that her and Adina Howard had issues over some guy. I think it was over Wanya Morris, I believe. Yeah, her and Wanya Morris were having issues because Brandy and Adina Howard was actually on the same label.
Yeah, okay.
But Brandy was a different market because Brandy was more bubblegum R&B. Adina Howard is a lot more, I'm saying, seductive adult R&B, even though they were about the same age. They weren't that much far. They weren't that far in age, I'm saying, different age-wise. You know what I'm saying? But that's why, I mean, like Adina Howard, she was, I mean, Freak in the Morning, that joint came out, that joint was everywhere.
Everywhere.
And then she had the t-shirt and panties on joint. Oh, she had 2 joints.
Yeah, that was years later, but yeah.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. It was a wrap. It was a wrap for Adina.
Yeah, and that who knows what happened with that? You know what I mean? That's probably, you get competitive when there's budgets out there and drop dates and all the energy is behind one person or 2 people. You know what I mean? And that's not you. So, yeah, man. But the verses, I agree, man. People are trying to put too much energy in between, like whether or not they like each other, don't like each other. Man, listen to the music. Listen to the music. And I didn't get into the very beginning, so I don't know who went first and who went last. So I can't like speak to what song went head to head against what. But I mean, there was a little section where Monica was, it was dropping back to back to back, like it. Yeah, back in around the middle.
Her Miss Thing album, I tell people all the time, like, yo, it's one of my favorite R&B albums of all time. Like, growing up with that album, like, yo, she had hits on that album.
Right.
Like, to be her debut, well, she came out with The Smoke. Hell, it was songs on that album that I loved that I didn't even know were singles. You know what I'm saying? Like This and Like That. I didn't know that was a single. I just thought it was a dope record.
Right.
She had a couple of them joints. Hell, she had some songs on that album that could have been singles. Her duet with her first duet with Usher, she referenced it on during the versus battle. A song called "Let's Straight It Out." It's a rendition of Lattimore, it's a blues singer from the 70s. They did a rendition of it, and I swear, when you hear this song, there's no way you know that the 2 people singing it are 14, 15 years old. There's no way you know that. Usher sound grown as hell singing this song. For the last few days when I saw you, baby. Boy, they gave you all that. That's my joint. Slow Jam is my joint. Don't get me wrong. SOS Band, original singers of it. Great song. That's the more popular duet between them. But, man, it was, boy, great battle. And it's like, it fused that. It's like, it's funny, we asked that question, where do you go next? And I mean, granted, I think there are a couple names you can put together that has the potential to do what they did, but man, getting people in that room together it's not the way easy as people think it is. Like, especially when you got Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying that he had smoked Usher and he wouldn't do a battle. Like, yeah, all right, well, come put your catalog together up against it and show us. You know?
Right.
I mean, like, and the funny thing is, when I'm watching these versus battles, like right before I go in, or sometimes I drop out and go back in, I look and like, damn, I'm thinking all the celebrities is watching this right now. And one particular celebrity that was doing live when they was doing it was Bill Bellamy. I'm like, damn, Bill, how you not watching this joint? And it's funny because Bill, I fuck with Bill. Bill says some shit that we all be saying. Like, if they really want to have an R&B joint, you know who's smoking everybody. Kales is smoking everybody.
Yeah. I mean,
Rick Ross said he got 24 whatever. Nah, Slim. Kales got 24 whatever. Kales can take 60 records and split them 20, 20, 20 and see whoever.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a problem for a lot of people.
And he wrote a lot for a lot of other people that would be in their 20. So Yeah, man.
You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm waiting for it to be an R&B battle, right? Where like two of these artists going up against each other. Well, actually, Erica already did it. Remember when Erica and
And
Jill
just
was going up against each other, and she played her
you got
version
yeah,
because she wrote the joint.
yeah.
I'm waiting for that to happen on this joint where it's like nobody knows. I'm waiting for it to happen again where nobody knows that somebody wrote the shit, and then they go to play their records and somebody play the song before they get to play it. Like open up with it. Like I'm not even gonna give you a chance to play this joint. I'm playing it because I wrote it.
I think they should go. They should start the diversify back to getting writers. You know what I mean, to do their
I think they
songs.
will. I think they'll get back to it. You know what I think they need to get into now? Like they've got, I mean, the Babyface and Teddy Riley was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be mad if how you have people talking about the Uncle Charlie versus the Ron Isley joint.
Mm-hmm.
I had people talking about that one. I'm like, yo, if you really, really, really want to do something, let me see you go get some Queens of the Soul.
I want to see who they put against Mary J. Blige. Because I know Mary J. Blige.
I'm talking legend.
Oh, you talking about like Diana?
Give me Patty versus Gladys.
Shaka Khan. Yeah. No, I like that. They can go back. They can do whatever they want. They can
give me
do
one of those.
Absolutely. That it's crazy. They can do. That's only limited to what they think. You know what I mean? Who they can get. So hopefully they you know what I mean, diversify it a little bit and not saying not get black singers, but
the thing about it is they still gotta make sure that they have some form of relevancy because the core fan base of an older person probably won't necessarily be on Instagram to watch it. So they still need to make sure that their music still resonates right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. So man.
But no, man, it was a beautiful thing. 1.2 million, man. I saw it when they dropped it, and then it carried through the intermission, which was amazing. And
Monica dropped a couple new records.
Her new record
that had that smoke with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, the new record was dope.
Monica, man, to be like relating to Monica, boy, I tell you, like I relate to both of them, but like it's something about Monica that I've always been like, I was like, me and Monica would bang with each other real hard in real life, bro. Bang with each other real hard because I know her vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
She hit him with that Fendi outfit, and like for the first 30 minutes of it, I'm like, yo, these are the longest boots I ever seen in my life.
So do you think they were connected?
They weren't boots at all. Okay. So what it was she had a bustier, but those were pants connected.
Oh, okay.
But I had to look at them like, wait, okay, I'm tripping. Because I can see now when you look close enough, you can see the boots going over her heels.
I got you.
She was flat out on that joint.
Yeah, no, she showed out.
And then, you know what I'm saying, Brandy, I understand you spend a lot of money in your outfit, but
I think the jacket, you know what, it didn't come off.
That jacket cost $2,000.
Yeah, no,
$3,000.
It looks better close up. Let me say that. I seen the close up pictures and not her just sitting down. It looks better, but you know, everybody can't be Monica and put.
I mean, she should have been Chardonnay from the game on there.
Facts. Oh man.
But all in all, I had the battle. With it. It was like a draw for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gotta go. Like I want to watch it again and to see. But I was like, it felt like a draw. Like there was rounds that I knew Brandy was going to win that she won. There was rounds that I knew Monica was going to win that she won. You know, and I think for the most part, both girls really played their hits. I think maybe they left like a song or two for somebody to say, oh yeah, and play this. Like I
Your
think,
Boy Is Mine, they didn't play because, you know, I think they did that on purpose
yeah, it was
after
both of their
after
record.
yeah.
It was both of their record. So I
Um
understood that.
like I said, I didn't pick a winner or loser. I was just, you know, robbing because we didn't see the, you know, very beginning, didn't know what song was versus, you know what I mean, what was, you know, round is what. But man, Monica just dropped like 3 in a row or 4 in a row. And it was like, dang, it's like I don't remember that one, but I remember that one, but I like, dang, that dropped and that was crazy. I remember when that came out. I remember when that came out. But I didn't know like yeah.
Ooh, I love when my brain get to working more. You know who I need in a versus battle, boy?
What was that?
I need Tony in a versus battle. That's who I
Ooh,
need. They
yeah,
talking about they yo. If you gonna put anybody against Mary J, put Tony up against Mary J.
I think Mary J smoked her. I think
Vocally,
nah, not
Mary J
vocally.
ain't spoken nobody vocally.
Not vocally. I'm talking about song wise.
If
I'm talking about song.
if you go up against Mary, if you can survive her My Life album, you got a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Cause after her My Life album, it was she got to that 1-2 songs per album. You know what I'm saying?
Share
Thing
My
was like,
World. You got the joint from Waiting to Exhale. She got joints, man.
no, she got singles,
Yeah.
but she don't have like albums. So you don't have like this big collection of music like in one album that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, duck and dodge to go up against. But her My Life and her what's the 411, the
Oh,
first 2
no.
joints,
Yeah.
that's what she really hitting you with the yin yang. You know what I'm saying? Yin yang.
Mm-hmm.
But Tony's debut album, her work with Babyface, yo,
Yeah. Yeah.
come on, listen.
It's a classic. It's a classic. Nobody. Yeah. No, you can't. You can't
Yeah, then
disrespect.
her second album, what? When she got Breathe Again and
Mm-hmm.
Get Me Like High and Spanish
Mm-hmm.
Guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Tony and yo, hey Swiss. You got Murray and Tony, fam. Get them together, fam.
I'm sure Mary would do it. I'm
Don't
sure.
worry about don't be worried. People worry about Ashanti and Keisha Cole. Fuck that shit. You need Tony, G. Get Tony in there.
And then as well, Tony Braxton just dropped a new album, so I'm sure she'd do it for the promotion too. So
Tell Murray, hey, listen, listen.
yeah, I would like that.
Those that would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like now,
Yeah.
people might knee jerk reaction. So Murray smoking. I don't know.
Mary could wash a lot of people, though, so I can't. But
She not watching Tony Braxton, bruh. If I never hear you in my
yeah, she got joints, bro. She got joints. I'm
if I
not
never
gonna.
if I love you now and then, if I never what? Who? What? How many ways? How I love that voice. She get deep on you and shit.
Absolutely.
Tony get real deep on you. Like, no, hey, Babyface, how was you writing for Tony, bro? She got that. She get deep on you and shit. And I can't stop thinking about. Like, yo, Nita and Tony, boy, they get deep on your ass, boy. Nah, but man, I think it'll be a good. I think it'll be a good one, man, because I think they both like had shine in around the same area. They both had like empowering, like heartfelt female songs and shit like that. I think it'll be a good one. I do think Murray will probably edge her, but I don't know. I don't know. Like it's hateration winning around for me. Yeah, no more hateration. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? But she got the joint with Wyclef. You know what I'm saying?
You can play the joint with Jay. Like she can play.
Please call 911.
Yeah, she can do Can't Knock the Hustle. She can do What's the 401? You can do
She's singing a hook. Yo, I'm not listen. No hooks are ever winning around for me. If you got a hook, you're not getting around for me. So you just coming out singing a hook, it's like, all right, cool, but you're not winning this one. Sorry.
I Can Love You with Lil' Kim. She's got joints.
But that's a hook, bro.
No, she's on the whole. That's her song.
I can love you.
Yeah, that's her
Yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah. I'm
She's
thinking
at the
about another
end.
song. That's a fire. That's a hit joint right there. No,
Yeah.
Murray. Listen, don't. If I listen to this and y'all think I'm just listen, I love Mary J. Blige. I just happen to also love Toni Braxton as well. So don't get it twisted. I love them both, and I'm not saying Toni would win. I'm just pushing back on the Murray would wash her shit. I think Brian only says that because Brian's speaking from Murray's connection to hip hop, and Toni doesn't necessarily have that connection to hip hop.
I've listened to a lot of Toni Braxton music. I'm Toni Braxton to me was kind of like came up like right after Anita Baker was slowing down. So I listened to a lot of Anita Baker and Toni Braxton side by side. So and then Felicia is a big fan of Toni Braxton's voice. So we've listened to a lot of Toni Braxton. And she has a bunch of joints. I'm not going to disrespect. Like her catalog is great. She got joints. Her catalog underrated, bro. Because I don't think she probably her run wasn't as long as Mary's. So it's I mean she's
Let's
still
see
making
here.
music.
Let's see here.
She's still making quality music, but
She got 2 number ones. Unbreak My Heart was a number one.
mm-hmm.
You're Making Me High was number one. Let It, and that was a split. So it's like You Making Me High and Let It Flow. Because Toni Braxton was also on that Waiting to Exhale soundtrack with Mary J. Blige.
Mm-hmm.
He Wasn't Man Enough for Me. That joint went number 2.
Mm-hmm.
She got smoke. Hold on. Oh, give me a second. I'm pulling it up. Breathe Again did number 3.
Mm-hmm.
You Mean the World to Me did number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Another Sad Love Song did number 7. Then she got the Love Should Have Brought You Home that Love Should Have Brought You Home joint off the Boomerang soundtrack. That did some things.
Mm-hmm.
Just Be a Man About It hit. I Love Me Some Him did top 20.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She got some smoke.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. Yeah, no, I probably was too quick on the draw on that one, but yeah.
Let me go pull up.
Hey, you want to talk
Mary
about
J.
Mary? You talk about Sweet Thing. You talk about Real Love. You talk about
that shit. That's my shit, boy.
You talk about
Sweet Thing.
You Bring Me Joy.
You know you're my everything. Right. Yes, you were.
I'm Going Down. Like, you know what I mean? Then you go.
I'm on my hands since you went away, boy. I ain't got no plans. No. Yo, Family Affair was number 1. Oh my
God.
Yeah,
it was Dr. Dre joint. It definitely.
Poke my eyeballs out.
Don't do that. Then you say Not Gonna Cry.
Be Without You was number 3. Real Love did number 7.
Love Is All We Need. Round and Round.
Fuck Is Just Fine. I feel bad that I don't remember what Just Fine was.
She took
that did 22. Fuck Is Just Fine. Enough Crying. What is that song? I don't remember that song either. Enough Crying. I don't remember that shit. No More Drama. That was an I record. Rainy Days with Ja Rule. That was a solid joint. That Mary J. Meth joint. You're all I need to get by. Like sweet morning dew. That was a joint. Reminisce on the love we had. Yo, like I said, Murray, my girl. Don't get it fucked up. Sweet Thing. All I really wanna be is to be happy. The finest love is mine. It'll be so sweet. That joint was fire. Not Gonna Cry. We talked about that one. Everything. Everything was a good record. That was a good record. I think that might have been a Diane Warren written record. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's when she was rocking with Diane Warren, the legend Diane Warren, who's written a lot of great records for a lot of women, a lot of people. Period. You Remind Me. You remind me of a sweet.
Yep.
I Can Love You.
Exactly, man. It'd be tough. And she got some solid album cuts, bro.
Take Me As I Am. I wasn't crazy about that record. 911. That was a hit. Love No Limit. Whoo, smoke. That's off the first joint.
She's gonna play that joint with Drake.
Huh?
Like, she's gonna play that joint with Drake.
Fuck that record. That weak ass record.
It's gonna go off.
That shit was wrecked. That shit was weak. All that I Can Say was solid. Of course, we said I'm Going Down. You Don't Have to Worry was a good record. Whew.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, it's a good. It's close.
If You Leave joint with Music Soul Child was clutch.
Yeah, it's closer than
clutch.
Yeah, it's closer than anybody would think. Mary J's catalog is up there. It's up there.
I'm trying to find this one record that she had with, I can't remember the joint. It's the joint she had with KC. KC was on the joint. Mary.
That's on like a live album.
Nah, it's on her My Life album.
Okay.
She got two. I think she got one where she like sing with him, but then she got another one where he like does like ad libs on her shit.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I love me some Mary. Don't get me twisted. You know what I'm saying? I love me some Mary J. And
I don't want to do anything else. Is that?
Yeah, that's the one where they singing together on the joint.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do anything. Yeah, that was that smoke. All right, so I will say this. It would be nice to watch them go up against each other, but I think Murray eventually drown. She'll drown Tony. She'll drown her. Yeah. She'll drown her.
Yeah, after like 12. After like 12.
She'll drown. Like Tony's gonna have to win damn near every round until she ain't got no bullets left in the gun. But Tony got joints. But Murray got charted joints. Tony got some joints that everything wasn't singles. I didn't name like How Many Ways. Right. If I pull up, I'm about to pull up Tony's first album. She got smoke off that first album alone, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
No, those joint she ate off that first album for a long, long time. There was like 6 singles off of that album, I believe. So
the first joint, Another Sad Love Song, Breathe Again, 7 Whole Days, Love Should Have Brought You Home, How Many Ways, You Mean the World to Me. So that's that's off one album. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 joints, and the album. She only got seven. She only got like 12 songs, and one of them is like a reprise of Breathe Again. So you talking about 11 songs, and 6 of them was smash singles? Sheesh. That's how Monica's joint was, and that's sort of why I said that. Like it's sort of like reminding, like, yo, Monica did this shit. Like she could do this shit too. But Murray, I'm telling you that My Life by Murray, Boysenberry. I'm trying to tell you. Let me pull that thing up. Pause. Let me see where that. I gotta excuse the screen, and you don't see me when you hear me. You know what I'm saying?
No, My Life. I got it right now. You can go. It's Mary Jane. You Bring Me Joy. I'm the Only Woman. My Life. You Gotta Believe. I Never Want to Leave.
Stop right there. You're going too fast.
Okay.
Right when that joint hit. Right when you get right around 7. The first 6 records was I skip all that. But once 7 hit, you get that My Life.
Yeah.
You gotta believe, you gotta believe in me. That joint hit. I don't know the joint. I never want to live without you, babe. That's like a rendition of a Patti LaBelle record.
Yes.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I love that joint. Then she got I'm Going Down. Whew. Then Be With You, but then like the momentum slow down.
On that album, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the 401 is I think what people really go to. It's like Real Love.
Not the remix people, just the original album.
Yeah.
You got Reminisce, Real Love, You Remind Me, Sweet Thing, Love Without a Limit, I
Yeah.
Don't Want Anything. What's the 411?
Yeah.
Bangers.
All bangers. Then Share My World came out, and there's joints on there. I like Share My World. I know everybody doesn't like that. Not Gonna Cry is on that album with all.
Nah, Share My World was a solid album though.
Yeah, no. Share My World.
I think she was just more. The sound was just a little bit more mature on that album.
Mm-hmm. Missing You. Can't You Get You Off My Mind. I Can Love You. Of course, we talked about like that's yeah. There's she's a legend, man, an icon, bro. So yeah, I'm not gonna.
7 Days is on that album. That's why, boy, 7 Days is my shit. Now I'm gonna tell you one joint that if Murray do a battle, she gotta do the joint Dream from off of the Money Talks album. Dream, a simple fantasy.
Oh yeah. Love
that
yes.
Wish was reality. That was, bro. I should look for that song forever and couldn't find it for like I would hear it and couldn't find the shit, man. And found it was on the Money Talk soundtrack and nobody had that joint. But that same soundtrack that had the Lil' Kim joint, Money Talks. What? I don't even think Timbaland played. I don't think Timbaland played that record in his versus battle. That Money Talks joint. I'm in love with a woman nearly twice my age.
Yeah.
You remember when that joint came out? Dog.
Yeah, it's
that
fire.
joint was that shit cranked.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in love with a woman nearly twice my age. I don't even remember the rest of the shit that Jamaican motherfucker said in that motherfucker. I just knew that joint went hard. You feel me?
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
in love with a woman nearly twice.
The Money Talk soundtrack must not be on streaming.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to find that thing. You know what I'm saying, Paul? It's hard to find it.
That's crazy.
You looking for it right now? You looking for it to see that song?
I was looking because I wanted to hear that song because I do.
Money Talking Bullshit Walks, round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, that was on his heart. That was on her first album.
It's like Natasha Scott singing in the background on that joint. I'm in love with a woman nearly twice my age.
I think I'm pulling up to my destination, bro.
Well, all right. Hey, listen, fellas, ladies, listeners, fans, haters, whoever you are, supporters. It's been another one in the books. B, you got anything for me before you get out of here?
Nah, just get the link tree, linktr.com with the OTRU. And we're either on the write up or OTRU everywhere. You know what I mean? We everywhere.
I got something for you before you got out of here. I was Sice today. I hit you up. Clint Coley was in his podcast today, and I was cracking jokes and shit, and he gave me a shout out. I'm going to find it if I can, and I'm going to tag it and put it on Instagram just because that's my man. I think he's funny, it's hilarious shit. We saw him live, and that's my guy, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? New Mutants fucking sucked. New Mutants fucking sucked. Shout out to Dwayne Haskins for winning the starting quarterback spot on the team.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Deserved it.
Hey, one.
All right. Peace.